Hey guys, we got some Justice League news here. So Justice League comes out in just over 2 months. Actually, it'll be 2 months exactly tomorrow. So it's a pretty interesting news here we have, and it's actually kind of rumor, but we'll treat it as a rumor right here. So this is coming from Heroic Hollywood. They got some rumors here regarding the Green Lantern in here and some other things we're going to talk to later on as we get into this thing. So let's jump into here. It's some stuff here. They talk about here how Justice League is set to have not one, but two Green Lanterns and stuff like that. And it's not sure whether or not they'll be in there. So apparently, the editor-in-chief of Heroic Hollywood and the Wrap, Alberto Gonzalez, has got some news that Justice League will have not one but two Green Lanterns in it. If it still sticks in there, if they don't cut it out at this point, stuff like that. So that could be really cool. It means he probably got some sort of. Seems to me like maybe he got some sort of. Something from someone who was on set and stuff like that and saw that they filmed two Green Lantern scenes or something like that, and then maybe they were not sure if it's going to still make it into the cutting room and stuff like that because they're not in the cutting room and stuff, so they could be interested to see that. Another part they also talk about here, and this is the first article they have, and the second article they posted right after that, they have an article here talking about how the Justice League will have not one, but it's going to have two post-credit scenes in the movie. So it's pretty interesting to see that. I think it's going to be quite interesting to see if it has that. I mean, the Marvel's been doing it pretty well. I think Justice League could be interesting to see that. Now, I would see that Justice League having one. We know that it's going to have something to do with Darkseid. I mean, you can see the hints at it in Batman v Superman, straight up Darkseid's logo and the Nightmare sequence. And then we have, we know that we have the parademons in the Justice League and stuff like that, and in the Batman v Superman nightmare scene type thing. So it's gonna be pretty interesting to see what happens with this and how things go, and what these hint scenes are. I feel like one of them has to be something to do with Darkseid and stuff like that, setting him up maybe for Justice League 2 or something like that, or setting up someone else's solo movie or something. I think it could be cool, but I think definitely setting up Darkseid and having Darkseid for Justice League 2 could be interesting if that movie's still set to be out. But I think they're not confirmed that, just in case. They just want to see what Justice League does and see how well that does and see where things go, and then make their decision once Justice League is out and stuff like that, and they get the numbers in and stuff like that. So I think it could be quite interesting. But I think the idea of having two Green Lanterns could be quite interesting. I think it could be interesting if they were to have, if one of the hidden scenes, post-credit scenes were Green Lanterns, like, okay, it looks like they need our help or something like that, and they're looking into it, maybe something like Hal Jordan and John Stewart type thing. I think that could be interesting, but I think for a post-credit scene, I feel like you might have, like, how do you not have it? How do you not have the entire Green Lantern Corps doing it? And that's going to be another thing. Is if you have in Justice League 2, if you have Darkseid, why does the entire Green Lantern Corps come and help? Why don't you have like 50 Green Lanterns plus the Justice League? And then it's like, well, unless Darkseid has like the Infinity Gauntlet, which I think he did do in the Marvel DC crossover. I think it's gonna be interesting to see what happens with something like that. So I think it's gonna be quite cool to see. I could see them having someone, maybe Hal Jordan and could be Hal Jordan and Sinestro, or John Stewart and Sinestro, or something like that. Or maybe even Hal Jordan and Kilowog, or John Stewart and Kilowog. But I feel like if Kilowog's going to be there, I feel like it'd be most likely to be Hal Jordan with him or something. Or they could do it, they completely blindside us and just have like Kilowog and a female Green Lantern or something like that. I think it'd be interesting to see that. But I think it's going to be quite interesting to see what happens with this. It's also going to be interesting to see what happens for those credit scenes. I could see those being either one being a Green Lantern, and maybe one being an actual, and then one being a Darkseid Easter egg. I feel like it's going to be obviously be that. It's going to be a Darkseid hidden scene in one of those two. So I think that's pretty much, I would assume that would be like that. And I would bet it would be like that too. But for the Green Lantern, if it's not a hidden scene, then like people have been saying from that one trailer, most recent trailer we got from Comic-Con, where the reflection in Alfred's eye and glasses is like a little bit green type thing, so that could be there, but that doesn't make sense to be, he's talking about one of them, why would there be two or stuff like that? So that could be interesting to see that there. Maybe we get a Hal Jordan in the movie, but then we get a John Stewart post-credit scene type thing getting a Green Lantern, because maybe one of the Green Lanterns, actually I don't know if it would make sense for to have a Green Lantern die in the Justice League movie, first time we see him, but then have another character pick up the ring and turn on, because that could happen too. But I doubt that they would do that. It would just make no sense, having him. It would be no impact if he died right away in the first movie, or even like in the first scene he's in type thing. So I think it's going to be interesting to see what happens with this. Let me know which Green Lantern you'd like to see. I definitely would like to see Kilowog. I'd like to see who they pick for Kilowog and who they get the voice to do, because Michael Clark Duncan was so perfect for it in the Ryan Reynolds movie. I just don't know who else they would get for a deep voice. I mean, I know there are a lot of voice actors out there who could do it, but no one is going to be as iconic as Michael Clark Duncan in the role of Kilowog. So let me know what you think, guys, about this, and which Green Lanterns would you like to see, and what hidden scenes would you like to see? Let me know what you think, guys, about these rumors in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
You're still here.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, guys. Peace.
It's over.